When you think of an NHL curse, your mind probably jumps to the Toronto Maple Leafs playing in the first round, or maybe the Buffalo Sabres' never ending rebuild. But in recent years, another team has developed a different kind of curse, one that keeps them out of the playoffs year after year. That team is the Detroit Red Wings. And the curse? Their inability to win games in March, the most important month of the season. Year after year, the Red Wings enter March in a decent position, sometimes even in a playoff spot, only to completely fall when it matters most. The result? A spring full of disappointment and another season wasted. So today, we're diving deep into the Red Wings' March collapse over the last few years, how it started, how it continued, and where they can break the curse this season. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like and subscribe for future Red Wing videos. I also apologize for my voice in this video. I'm still battling a cold, but I wanted to make the video anyways. Hope you enjoy. This so-called curse dates back to the 2021-22 season. Heading into March, the Red Wings were already on the outside of the playoff picture, but with a strong month, they still had a shot at making things interesting. And at first, things seemed fine. They opened the month with a 4-3 overtime win against the Carolina Hurricanes. But that's where the good news ended. Detroit then dropped 6 straight games, with some truly embarrassing losses along the way. Starting with 2 losses in Florida, first losing 3-1 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, then losing 6-2 to the Florida Panthers. And things didn't get any better, as an embarrassing 9-2 loss to the Arizona Coyotes followed. And yes, I said 9 goals. Then they had a chance to end the streak, but fell 6-5 in a shootout to the Minnesota Wild, before traveling to West Canada, where they'd go on to get shut out 3-0 by the Calgary Flames, and ending it with a 7-5 loss to the Edmonton Oilers. After that, the Red Wings won just 2 more games for the rest of the month, finishing March with a 3-10-1 record. Their playoff hopes were long gone, and on April 9th, Detroit was officially eliminated from the postseason contention. They finished the year 6th in the Atlantic Division with a 32-40-10 record. It was definitely a rough ending to a tough season. The next year, Detroit entered March with a much better record, going 28-24-8 heading into the month. The team was in a stronger position, and winning streak could have them in a playoff race real soon. Unfortunately, we all know how this went. The Red Wings collapsed again, going just 5-9 in March, and once again, they had 2 separate 3-game losing streaks that completely derailed their season. Early in the month, they dropped games to Seattle 5-4 in overtime, the Islanders 4-1, and the Philadelphia Flyers 3-1. And then later in the month, they lost 2-1 to the Nashville Predators, 5-1 to the Colorado Avalanche, and then again 5-2 to the Florida Panthers. By the time April 6th rolled around, Detroit was officially eliminated from playoff contention again. Despite a better overall season than the year before, the March collapse once again proved to be the difference between making the playoffs and missing out. Heading into March 2024, the Red Wings were in a position they hadn't been in a long time, a legitimate playoff contender. With a 33-21-6 record, Detroit sat 4th in the Atlantic Division and was holding on to a wildcard spot. If they could just survive March with a decent record, they'd be in great shape and return to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. But instead, the March curse struck harder than ever. Detroit opened the month with a 6-game losing streak that completely crushed their momentum, starting with a 4-0 loss to the Florida Panthers, followed by a 7-2 blowout loss against the Colorado Avalanche. Then the Arizona Coyotes shut them out 4-0, Vegas beat them 5-3, and Buffalo blew them out 7-3. And then finally Arizona beat them again 4-1. The Red Wings managed just 3 wins in the entire month, finishing with a 3-9-2 record. Their playoff hopes, which had looked so promising at the start of the month, completely vanished. By the time April 16th, 2024 rolled around, we all remember what happened. The heartbreaking moment where Detroit missed the playoffs by a single point. Think about that for a moment. 1 single point. Had they just won one more game in March, they could have snapped their playoff drought. Instead of hoping for another team to win and control their own fate, they were left watching from home again. At this point, the pattern was undeniable. 3 straight years of March collapse. 3 straight years of blowing a chance at the playoffs. 3 straight years of finding new ways to disappoint their fans when it mattered most. Fast forward to this season, and once again, the Red Wings found themselves in a strong position. Since January, Detroit has been holding on to a steady spot in the playoff picture, even climbing as high as the first wildcard spot in mid February. Things were looking good, but then March arrived, and well, you already know what's been happening. Detroit has now lost 5 straight games to start the month, making 6 total games in the losing streak. At the end of February, they lost 5-2 to the Columbus Blue Jackets at home before traveling to Ohio for the 2025 Stadium Series on March 1st, where they fell 5-3 to the Blue Jackets. Following that, they lost 2-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes, and then a 4-2 loss to Utah. And then Washington beat them 5-2. Then there's last game's heartbreaking 2-1 loss to the Ottawa Senators, despite putting up 49 shots on goal and a franchise road record of 27 shots on goal in a single period during the second period. And even last second game tying goal by Lucas Raymond, but unfortunately time had expired. But either way, once again, March is turning into a nightmare for the Detroit Red Wings. Once again, their playoff position is slowly slipping away. Once again, it looks like they could be headed for their 10th straight missed postseason. So where do the Detroit Red Wings go from here? Is there still time to fix things and make a push for the playoffs, or are they about to let another season slip away? Right now, things aren't looking good. If they don't turn things around fast, they are going to find themselves watching the playoffs from home once again. But what do you think? What's the biggest reason for the Detroit Red Wings' March collapse every year? And can they save their season, or is it too late? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this type of video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Red Wings content. Thanks for watching, I hope everyone has a great one, and as always, let's go Red Wings.
I mean, it's easy to do because it's a lot of fun. These are the games that it's fun to play. We did it last year. Obviously, didn't go our way, and this year I think everyone's very eager for it to go our way. So it's fun games. I mean, you cannot not like it. It's awesome atmosphere. It means a lot every game, especially the position we're in. So everyone's just excited to get going.